Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're looking at a stack of notes that, well, it honestly reads like the storyboard for the coolest fantasy movie never made.
It really is a fantastic sequence.
We're talking about the Red Dragon scene. And on the surface, it looks like your standard hero gets trapped, hero gets saved kind of thing. But the notes you've sent in imply there's something much weirder going on here with the lore.
It's a fascinating layer cake of a story. You've got the cinematic action right on top, swords, cliffs, armies.
Right.
But then underneath, you have this really dense stuff about a species of green-feathered lizard beasts and how they connect to the world around them.
Okay, so let's set the scene. We are dropping right into a village celebration. Morale is high. Everyone is celebrating the camaraderie of these lizard folk. But I got stuck on this one phrase. The music is numbing the friction in the forest. Is that just, like, poetic? Or is there a mechanic at play?
Oh, I think it's completely functional. Think about it. Sound is vibration.
Right.
If you have a massive celebration with drums and shouting, you are literally drowning out the ambient noise of the environment.
So the friction is the sound of an approaching army.
It has to be. The celebration is basically acting like a blindfold or, I guess, a pair of noise-canceling headphones. They're making themselves vulnerable by partying too hard.
That makes perfect sense. But while they're oblivious, nature isn't. The notes say the birds are acting irritated.
Exactly. The local wildlife, the birds, they're the real sensors here. They pick up on the threat long before anyone else does.
Speaking of, let's look at our protagonist. He's this green-feathered warrior, kind of the lone wolf type, standing apart from the party. He finally feels a rumble, turns around, and bam, he's completely surrounded.
By the army in red.
Yeah, the red army. Visually, it's such a great contrast, that green against the red armor. But the situation is grim. He's backed up against a huge boulder.
Spears in his face, rock at his back. Nowhere to go.
And usually this is the part where the hero, draws two swords and just starts hacking away.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
But notice what the text focuses on here. It's not the fight choreography. It's the noise of the fight.
The frequency of chaos.
Yes.
Okay, that sounded almost sci-fi to me. Frequency of chaos. What are we looking at here?
It's the bridge. The bridge between the action and the magic, the conflict itself, the clashing of metal, the panic, the aggression, it all generates a specific resonance.
So it's not just noise.
No, it's a beacon.
Oh.
And that beacon is directed at something very specific, sleeping in the deep river nearby.
The red dragon. But, okay, here's where I need you to help me out. The notes call the red dragon an ancestor of these green lizard guys. Wait, hang on. An ancestor? So did they, shrink over time? Or did the dragon just get huge? Because that is a massive biological leap.
It is a huge leap. But in high fantasy, lineage isn't always strictly Darwinian. It can be spiritual, elemental.
Okay.
Think of the dragon not just as a grandfather, but as the source of their bloodline. It's been dormant in that river, maybe for centuries. It doesn't care about parties or politics.
It only wakes up when it feels that specific vibration.
The distress of its descendants.
So the chaos is basically an alarm clock. Wake up, the kids are in trouble.
Precisely.
Okay.
And the dragon just erupts from the river and starts absolutely wrecking the Red Army. But our main guy, the warrior, he's still trapped.
And this is my favorite part. The birds are back. They were just irritated before, but now they're actively swooping around him.
Pointing him somewhere.
Yeah, pointing him toward a waterfall.
All guides. Nature is literally conspiring to save him.
But the advice they're giving him is terrible. They want him to jump off a cliff into a void. I mean, if a bird tells you to jump off a cliff...
They're probably not doing it.
Right. What makes him trust them?
Desperation, mostly.
Yeah.
But also, he's part of this ecosystem. If the birds who sensed the danger first are telling him, go this way, his instinct just overrides his logic.
So he goes for it. The spears are literally grazing his back as he leaps. Just free falling into the mist. A total leap of faith.
And that faith is rewarded.
In the nick of time, as the text says. The red dragon bursts through the waterfall and catches him midair.
It's the ultimate cinematic save. Perfect synthesis, really. You have the birds as the navigation system.
The chaos as a signal.
And the dragon as the hardware that executes the rescue. The ancestor protects the descendant, but only because the environment screamed for help.
It's just a wild ride. You go from a party to an ambush to a mythical family reunion in midair.
It really highlights that in this world you can't separate the people from their environment. They are all linked.
Which brings us to a kind of funny but also dark conclusion. If the red dragon, this ultimate bodyguard, only wakes up when there is a frequency of chaos. Does that mean these lizard folk are actually safer when they're at war than when they're at peace?
It's a paradox, isn't it? If you get too comfortable and stop the chaos, your guardian goes back to sleep. Peace makes them vulnerable.
Something to think about. Maybe don't cancel that loud party just yet. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.